You saw how, in episode 1 on historical analysis, your hotel occupancy had been tanking steadily for the last 4 years. Marcus, the hotel manager of Paradise Hotel, understood how to use trends, seasonality, and outliers. Understanding something, however, is different from actually fixing it. The only way to reverse the occupancy plummet for Marcus is by taking immediate action. Let's see what. So Marcus had to dive into the world of market analysis. It's everything you want to understand relating to your market that would help arrest that occupancy freefall. Instead of conducting market analysis, many hotel managers tend to blame market situation for not achieving budget. However, since the competition is doing well, Marcus has to look internally. Let me show you where you should look first. Knowing where to begin is critical in the revenue budgeting process. You need to start with what I call warning signs of hotel room revenue budget. Why is this important? So that you end up with a powerful room revenue budget and forecast. And the pre-budget plan begins with a thorough market analysis, which seeks to understand how the market situation has moved in the past and how it is affected. You don't want to be caught off guard. Market analysis looks at 4 main areas: economy, demand generators, supply changes, and competition. Why? Because you need to clearly understand what specifically is causing this steady drop in occupancy. There could be some clear warning signs. Let's look at economy first. The first factor in market analysis is to understand how the economy itself, where the hotel is located, is faring. If demand is not growing because economy is having a downturn, your challenge just went up significantly. Let's see why you should know more about the economy. Data on the economy is invaluable to determine how the business or any type of demand and supply are behaving. Are you tracking information on the economy in your hotel? Remember, things like arrivals into your city affect your hotel occupancy. Let me know in the comment section of this video. But demand is too generic. You need to drill down further, particularly since hotel demand or occupancy is tanking. What then should you do? Well, you need to get into the specifics of demand. To look into demand in a hotel context is to look into market segments. How well do you know your hotel market segments? Because these are your customers or target audience. So what would you look for in market segments? You need to ask some critical questions on how market segment occupancies are trending over the last 4 years. You need to find out the cause for decrease or increase. Increase is equally important since it tells you which segments are doing well. You need to know your successes as much as your weaknesses. Your budget for 2026 must take into account this trend and fix it. Market segment by segment, you need to analyze the trend and devise strategies. You need to get into the specifics of demand by leveraging the 2 major categories of market segments, individual and group. Getting into specifics of demand means identifying market segments in the 2 categories shown above. Why? Because your individual category delivers a superior price average rate, while the group category provides the volume occupancy. How much of each you should use will depend on multiple factors. Marcus has to make one critical decision, whether the price-dominated individual category or volume-dominated group category of market segments are leveraged. Both need to provide value to the customers. And one other important choice. Is your competition also going through this 4-year decrease in occupancy? It may indicate a soft market. But more importantly, a hotel is a seasonal business, and that begins with the type of hotel itself. For example, how market segments of a business hotel and a resort hotel behave differently, and how their highest occupancies move. Within the type of hotel itself, there is seasonality in a week. Resort hotels tend to be more full during weekends, while business hotels are busy during weekdays. This is mainly because business hotels cater to corporate guests who have appointments during the week. On the other hand, a family on vacation normally chooses the weekends to take advantage of paid breaks from work at that time. But what you need to understand most is that market segments and hotel are varying in occupancies from month to month as well. See the chart in the next slide. The most common form of seasonality in the industry is the monthly variation. Note from the chart how the hotel occupancy went down to 61% and then shot up to 93% between lean peak and standard months. So business volume is fluctuating, and the budget process needs to get a grip on that according to market segments. Use the powerful tool of seasonality in market segments while you are budgeting. It may well fix the reason you're falling short in occupancy consistently. But hotel managers, although understand what seasonality is in the industry, hardly take steps to incorporate that into their budget estimates. What do? Well, they use flat averages for occupancy, which is the most incorrect way to budget. No! Averages are mere indicators and do not represent any specific occupancy level. Note from the chart above how the hotel occupancies are going up and down in different months. But each month is a clear occupancy level. Your market segments can total up to these occupied room count. However, the average of 79% for the 6 months does not reflect any individual month occupancy, and more so with the market segments. If you use this average, your budget will have no specific monthly basis. Many hotel managers are guilty of using these flat averages. Are you considering the demand increase or decrease in your market segments? Let me illustrate. First, note how number 1 powerfully brings in the seasonality factor into your budgeting. Next, note the month-wise market segments which are based on standard, lean, and peak month demands. Room nights are varying from month to month according to type of demands in the market segments, like corporate A, corporate B, crew, walk-in, packages, etc. Let's see the other 2 factors in market analysis. The hotel is a unique industry. Every hotel performance is compared to its comparative set, a group of 4 or 5 hotels which have similar product and or service. This comparative set is what can take business away from your hotel. Within the economy, what is the position of supply? Is your hotel operating in a saturated excess supply market? You need to know all of this. So did learning about market analysis in budgeting assist Marcus in correcting this occupancy free fall? Well, Marcus managed to reverse the occupancy plummet to a great extent. Remember, this was 4 years backlog, and he did it by achieving some normalcy in 2026 by taking action on market segments. However, there was still the proverbial fly in the ointment. Marcus has to determine what is happening with market share, the ultimate holy grail of hotel performance, and he has to do that with taking action to counter his hotel competition's moves. But not to worry, we have that covered. Watch the competition analysis video being pointed to above to know whether Marcus succeeded or not.